I'm going to go ahead into the healing activation for today. And MK is also saying, I'm so glad to have read your post this morning. It made so much sense. Yep. Yeah. And like I said, you know, when I'm experiencing something, it's not because I'm all that, right? It's because I'm just part of the collective. And so I'm noticing trends and patterns. And you know, Stacy, my twin flame, he's actually, that's one of his gifts, to like read patterns. And you know, so that's just a power he has. So all right, so let's go ahead and drop into our hearts. And so we're going to activate our heart power now, by breathing in and out through our hearts to activate it in the beginning. So we're going to inhale light into our hearts and exhale any frequency that does not serve us right now. Inhaling light into our hearts and releasing any energy that does not serve us and does not serve our light. Inhaling light into our heart and exhale your day so far, your week so far, your month so far, your year so far, just letting it all go. Now I'm just going to tap into the frequency and the energy that is required now for us, for the collective. So whatever is coming through is meant for all of you today. And if some of you are just joining us for the first time, it's not coincidence, right? So there's something in the transmission today that will be of service to you. So sometimes I get messages from our star families, sometimes from the Star Nation. And so what first came through was trust yourself, believe in yourself. And they're saying something else too. I'm going to tap into that in just a moment. They're saying the disease, there is a disease going on this planet, a disease of fear. Do not trust your fears. It is false. You are surrounded by everlasting love and light, completely supported as we wrap this blanket of pink love around you right now. We love you and we support your work in the light. See your light as growing in the collective, because that is how you will show up in your power the most. In community, together, in alliance. We are with you, but you must also do the work. So show up for yourself, show up for humanity, because they need you now. But we will support you and we are here for you. We have always been here for you. And so now, thank you so much for that message. Thank you, thank you. We are grateful for your message and your blessings and your support. And so now I'm going to continue with that energy of wrapping us in this beautiful kind of like cosmic blanket of pink. And I'm almost seeing like literally it's a cosmic blanket of pink, because it has like purples and blues and a little pink, and but there's like stars, and it's just wrapping you in safety, right? It's just wrapping you in safety. And what is also coming through for me too is that, you know, I do have this connection with ancient Egypt, and that's been coming through a lot recently. And so there is this Pharaoh energy, right, that is coming forward for you, right, for you to be fully empowered right now, right here, presently, in this very moment. And pharaohs can be whatever gender, right? So I'm not talking about any specific gender at this moment, but pharaoh, you are this being of light, acknowledge your sovereignty, acknowledge your kingdom, queendom, your royalty, right? We are all here on this planet, not only to share our gifts with the world and connect and help elevate and make this place a better place for all and the collective, right? But we are also showing up to not only help elevate the frequency of this planet, but also to remember ourselves. So I'm going to be dropping into your hearts right now this power of your light. The remembrance of that which was lost is what I want to call it. And I'm just going to drop it in first through your heart, but via your crown chakra up at the top of your head, which is how we connect to the divine, right? And so just allow that to come in like a little vortex of light that is coming in through your crown chakra and passes through down your midline and lands in your heart. And as we do that, we are now, I'm dropping in right now the remembrance of yourself as royalty. For you are royal, you are powerful, and I'm inserting in your heart that which you forgot about yourself, about your power. And I find it no coincidence whatsoever that there is this construction energy that just emerged, right? As I started talking about this, because we are all under construction, creating this new earth, right? We're creating this embodiment of the new earth, the new planet. And that requires us to show up in our sovereignty and in our power as the royalty that we are, right? So if you want to even think about the queen that you are or the king that you are, but the pharaoh energy is the word that came through. So we are inserting this pharaoh energy here. And I'm also seeing, I've also worked with Isis a lot, and she's coming through as well. And I'm seeing her hold, I don't know what they're called, but I want to call them scepters. But she's holding two scepters, and she's standing behind you right now with these two scepters. And one is, I believe, the crook. I forgot what the other one is called, but she is showing up behind you to remind you of your sovereignty, remind you that you are powerful, remind you that you possess all that you require in order to fully step up into your power. And it's up to you, and it's your responsibility in order to own it, claim it, and act upon it, right? Because no longer is it okay for us to be like, well, I don't know if I feel comfortable enough to step into all of that right now, or, I'm feeling a little overwhelmed. This is the time. This is the time for you to step in. So I'm going to give you a choice, and I'm going to ask you to step into your sovereignty. And it looks like there's a little disc in front of you right now, and that is your creation platform. And I'm inviting you to step up onto your creation platform, that little gold disc that is on the floor in front of you right now. And that creation platform is exactly what it sounds, that once you step on it, you can create from that platform. And it's gold, and it's programmed with high frequency vibrations. So I'm going to invite you to step on that. And as you step on that, you are literally claiming your power and saying, yes, I am ready to create and be the creator that I know I am, and to claim that I am that creator that I am. Because you are all creators. No matter what's going on in your life, you are creating it, right? And if there's something you're not happy about with what you're creating, you have the power to shift it. So as you stand on that gold creation platform, it initially looked like a disc, but now it kind of looks like this hexagonal shape. you know, kind of like what you see in the honeycombs, right? And so this is divine sacred geometry. And as you're standing on it, even though you're still, the golden platform below you is starting to spin on a clockwise fashion. And as it spins, I want you to drop down through your midline, through your feet, down into the creation platform, the 3 top things you want to be creating and embodying right now. And make sure that when you do this, you are choosing from an empowered place, and go ahead and drop it down. 1, 2, and 3. What are those 3 things? And so just allow yourself to drop that down. And as the creation platform is spinning, it is generating the energy required, like an inertia, right? It's just generating this field of energy required in order to make that happen. And what is also going to be happening is that what is required in order to make this happen fully and completely is for you to show up for what you're creating, right? So as this disc continues to spin, I am calling in a column of light to come in through your crown chakra, going, and once it gets down to your 3rd eye, your pineal gland, I'm going to kind of, I'm seeing a Merkaba there, like a platinum colored Merkaba. And a Merkaba, it's kind of like a multifaceted piece of sacred geometry, right? Some of you may have seen it. But I'm just going to go ahead and spin that little Merkaba at your pineal gland, and we're going to send it down your midline. And it's going to tap onto that gold creation platform. And as it taps into the gold creation platform, that white light continues to go down, down straight into the earth, down into the center of the earth, and tapping into the center of the earth heart. And now the center of the earth heart is sharing connection with you. And so we're bringing that light back up, and it's now hitting your creation platform, and now going up straight through your midline as a Merkaba, right? From the bottom of your feet, it's coming up like that Merkaba. It's platinum colored, and it's emerging from your crown chakra at the very top of your head. And above you, there is another creation platform, about 1 foot high above your head. And so this is kind of a version of the 12D shield that I have been called to ignite and activate for you today, to assist you with blocking out any frequencies and energies that are not of light, that do not serve you. And what you can imagine now is that between these 2 discs, these 2 gold creation platform discs, one that's below you, one that's above you, between them, there's almost kind of this cascading platinum liquid light that is connecting them. And of course, you're in the center, right? And so just allow yourself to feel this reinforcement energy that is surrounding you, like a really powerful light, a really powerful force of support. And then we're going to continue with that energy out past your creation platform, and that's above you, and then out into the cosmic heart in the center of the universe. And as you're tapped into that frequency, you are connecting with light beings who are here to assist you. For those of you who are star seeds, you are connecting with the energy of your star families. And you may or may not receive like actual verbal communication at this time, or maybe it's just simply a download that you're experiencing. And so just allow yourself to feel that right now. Whatever it is, information, Or maybe it's just simply an energetic download that you're going to decipher later. And sometimes you don't even need to decipher this information. Sometimes it just shows up, right? And it shows up at the perfect time. And so just trust, you know, as the beings of light, the star beings of light at the beginning of this transmission invited you to trust your path, right? And anywhere where you are identifying with darkness, or negative energies or negative entities on any level, I invite you to disconnect from that energy right now. Just literally disconnect from it. Because the longer that you connect with it on any level, the longer you give it power. And this is different from ignoring something that you need to address, right? Because there's shadow work and then there's other stuff that goes on. So shadow work, that can be done, that can be quick. It doesn't need to take years and years and years, right? We are entering that accelerated space where we can move through these kind of things very quickly, right? At an accelerated rate. But what I'm talking about here is any part of you that is still identifying with entities or darkness, that kind of thing. I invite you to disconnect all connection on all levels. And I will ask you, are you ready right now to break all covenants, contracts, frequencies, vows, enslavements, agreements, and anything that is keeping you enslaved in the old paradigm and in fear? Are you ready to break that all now? And you can just simply say to yourself what your answer is. And I'm really strongly calling you forward, because any of you who have been really ambiguous or have been just trying kind of like to sit on the sidelines, it is no longer that time. It is time now to act. It is time now to take your power, because otherwise someone else will take it for you. And that's the truth. So make your decision now. So surrounding you in this really powerful frequency of light. And as you come back to the room, come back to your body, wiggle your fingers and toes, and open your eyes. Allow yourself to feel that newness. And I'm going to seal this energy in with an ocarina,